There was a takeover on the plate, really, for them. It was worth $6 billion for Australia's largest financial institution, which, of course, has been troubled since the Royal Commission into misconduct in the banking and superannuation industry. So in this particular case, the company Aris, a US insurance and investment company, was prepared to pay $6 billion, but overnight has walked away from that takeover. It now says it may be interested in certain parts of the AMP, but certainly not in taking the business over as a whole. You can well expect that the share price of AMP will fall pretty heavily as we start to see some of the stock prices coming through from the opening today. The other thing also that happened today is that the net profit of AMP today is out for the full year. It was $177 million, but that does compare with a loss last year with massive write-downs of some $2.5 billion. So big news for Australia's largest financial institution, which of course really did stare down the prospect of maybe not being around for very much longer had that takeover been successful.
Another great Australian institution, Telstra. You've got an interview with CEO Andy Penn later today.
I do. In fact, I'll be talking with Andy Penn and really about the prospects for telecommunications companies in Australia. And part of this is also because of the NBN and the rollout now being completed, what it needs to do to really, if you like, make certain that there is strong competition between the existing telcos. So in this particular case, the profit, the half-year profit is down now. It's around $1.13 billion. They've also downgraded profit estimates over the next 6 months as well. So again, I would suggest this is probably going to disappoint the market a little, even though they've held the dividend. And again, maybe the share price will be lower today as the All Ordinaries Index and the ASX 200 are expected to be lower on the opening as they have been from what we've seen.
And we haven't quite seen the full reckoning for Crown yet. There are a few problems there. In breaking news, we've just seen the head of the New South Wales gaming regulator, Philip Crawford. He's declared unequivocally, Ross, that Crown Resorts CEO Ken Barton and the independent director Andrew Demetrio must step down from their roles. So there's going to be a big shake-up there.
Yes, there is going to be a shake-up, but I suspect that there is some resistance from some of those directors to go. Now, my understanding of this is that the board has been split for some time in terms of their reaction to this report from the independent commission. The one thing about it I understand is the commissioners backed Helen Coonan to make the significant changes, which would include, you'd imagine from reading that report, the removal of Ken Barton as a director, along with other directors. The Packer representatives have gone, although John Point last night, though he's no longer a Packer representative, remains on the board. Now, my understanding is that some of these directors have been prepared to actually dig their heels in and await the response of the New South Wales government to this report. But my understanding also is that Helen Coonan wants the changes to happen and wants them to happen quickly as the chair. Now, today she's put out a statement to the ASX apologising for the conduct of the company. She says the commissioner has made findings of serious conduct, culture and compliance issues that clearly do not accord with our values. I accept criticism is warranted and reiterate our unreserved apologies for these shortcomings. Not only that, she says that there has to be significant change at the board level to come. So, as I say, there are a group of directors who appear to be digging in. There is then Helen Coonan, who clearly is pushing for the change. Maybe the circuit breaker is the response of the New South Wales government.